Hello and welcome to How to Format a Book using Microsoft Word. You are here because you've written a book and chances are you've decided to self-publish it, meaning that you are independently taking on all the cost associated with publishing your work without involving an established publishing house. Research shows that 47% of people pay $500 to $1,000 for book formatting services. There's a percentage that pays a lot more than that. Authors who choose to self-publish not only cut out the middleman, but have full creative control over every aspect. We are here to talk about book design. My name is Lyndon Baptiste. I am a writer, web programmer, and content creator from a small Caribbean island called Trinidad and Tobago. In 2008, I wrote my first book, and I would go on to eventually self-publish it. Since then, I've formatted and published 12 books, helping over 40 Caribbean writers get published for the very first time. And I have done all this in Microsoft Word. And in this course, I'm here to show you how you could design the interior of your book using Microsoft Word. In this course, you are going to learn how to put together the interior of your book. And it's crucial that you've written and edited your book prior to taking this course. We don't want to mix book design with the editing process. We are here specifically to talk about book design using Microsoft Word. So you are going to learn how to format your book interior in Microsoft Word to create print-ready books. You are going to learn how to format different sections of your book. From the front matter, that includes the title page, the copyright page, dedication, acknowledgements, the table of contents. You are going to learn how to format the body of your book, from the chapter headings to the fonts you choose, to the line spacings, indentation, headings and footers, section breaks. And you are going to learn how to format the back matter. If there's an about the author page, you are going to learn how to identify and fix common errors using special characters and formatting marks in Microsoft Word. You are going to learn how to use heading styles to structure chapters. You are going to learn how to create a table of contents. You are going to learn how to format page headers and footers. Maybe you want the author title and chapter name in the header, and you want page numbers below. Let's talk about what this course includes. In addition to the videos, this course includes additional files and folders that you can use to support your work as the course progresses. The slide you are looking at right now gives an overview. You would notice a folder called Raw Files that has 6 MS Word files inside of there. And then there's final.doc, manuscript.doc, and src.zip. Let's talk about manuscript.doc. This file contains 3 short stories. Throughout this course, we will modify this file, eventually bringing it to the finished product that is formatted and ready for printing. Final.doc contains the finished product with all the formatting applied. For example, the half title page, the copyright page, chapter headings, page headers and footers, and an about the author page as part of the back matter. You can always reference this file. This folder labeled Raw Files contains original copies of all the working files. This is handy if at any point in your journey you want to start again from scratch. I've also provided a folder called src.zip. This zipped folder contains original copies of all the working files, especially helpful if you accidentally modify the contents of the raw-files folder. So you simply unzip src.zip and start fresh. The sample project is a book of short stories with 3 stories by the same author. Before you begin formatting your book, there's a couple things we want to note. We want to identify typical formatting errors in our manuscript. So we're going to use Grammar Checker to detect common punctuation errors. We want to detect and remove extra white spaces between words and white spaces at the beginning of paragraphs. Before you get started, it is crucial that you verify your book printer's specifications. The book printer you're working with will outline design specifications when it comes to page sizes, margins, line spacing, and indentation. If you're working with a local book printer or online print-on-demand book service, please verify these specifications when it comes to submitting files for printing. You may also be required to submit a PDF version. Before you begin to format your book, it is a really good idea to establish formatting guidelines that you are going to use for yourself. For example, choose a font family, a font size, spacing, paragraph indentation, and margins. I'll give you a couple examples. In this course, we are going to use the font family, Garamond, for the body of the book. Chapter headings, we're going to choose Times New Roman. What we want to do is eliminate the guesswork. So choose our font family. Choose our font size. In the body of the text, we are going to use size 12. For chapter headings, we will have size 20. Spacing in the body, we are going to use single. There's an option there called multiple at 1.1. I have used this consistently over the years with my books. It works well. For chapter headings, I'm going to have 72 points before and after the chapter heading, so that gives us a sense of the chapter heading being aligned midway down the page. In establishing my guidelines, I am going to have a paragraph indentation of 0.2 inches for the first line. For my margins, I'm going to have a top margin of 0.75 inches. The bottom margin is also set to 0.75 inches. Left and right margins are going to be set at 0.5 inches. You're probably wondering why the top and bottom margin is set to 0.75 inches. That is because I want to accommodate for the header and the footer, where I will have the title of the book and the name of the author. The footer would include the page numbers. So that is why I have set the margins to 0.75 for the top and the bottom. Moving towards the finish line, we are going to learn about formatting marks, special characters, page size, margins, fonts, chapter headings, and the contents of each book section, the front, body, and back matter. At the very end of this course, we are going to establish how to get your book printed. We've set the stage. Let's jump into the next section, which talks about formatting marks and special characters.